In the figure below, two semicircles were removed from a square of side 7 cm. Find the perimeter of the shaded part. To find the perimeter of the shaded part, it will be 7. Since this is a square, is equal length, right? So this will be 7 as well, and this will be 7. And after that, we need to add the circumference of this, and then this. Okay. Now, over here, right, do you realize that we have no idea what is this, and we have no idea what is this as well? Now, I'm going to teach you a trick. If I take all this length together, right, and instead of finding the circumference for this and then finding the circumference for this, right, I'm going to try another new method, which is this. I'm just going to assume that my diagram looks like this instead. Look, I'm just going to assume that my diagram looks like this, and this is still my 7 cm, and this is my shaded part. Because basically I am unable to find this and this if I do not have the length. So now I change it to here, where I put everything in one circle, one semicircle. Let's see whether I still get the correct answer. Now, let's talk about this instead. If this is the diameter, which means that this must be the radius, right? So radius will be 3.5 cm, because the diameter is 7 cm. Now, using the formula pi d for the circumference, right? And then because this is a semicircle, it will be half pi d. Okay, so it's half times pi taken to become 22 over 7. So it's 22 over 7 multiplied by the diameter, which is 7. Okay, you just multiply them out. It is 1 times 22 times 7 over 2 times 7 times 1. Okay, so this answer would actually give me 22 over 2, giving me 11 cm. 11 cm, which means that this is 11 cm. Let's try it over here. Let's assume that out of the entire 7 cm over here, so remember from here to here is 7 cm. Let's assume that this is 1 cm and this one is 6 cm. Do you think we'll still get the same answer as this? Let's try it out. Using the same formula, half pi d for the circumference of a semicircle. Okay, so it will be, because there's two, right? Half pi d and then half pi d over here. So it's half pi d multiplied by half pi d. So the first one, half multiplied by 22 over 7 multiplied by the diameter being 1 cm, so 1. Okay, so this one will be half multiplied by 22 over 7 and the diameter being 6 cm, 6 over 1. So let's calculate this. So this one will give us 11 over 7. And this one will give us, let's see, this 11, 66 over 7, 66 over 7. Okay, so 11 over 7, 66 plus 66 over 7, it will just be 77 over 7. And this will give us 11. You see, it's the same. So what does this tell us? It tells us that over here, even if you split the semicircle, right, into two portions, and if the total diameter is the same, see the total diameter is still 7, right? The total diameter here is 7, but it must be next to each other. Okay, if you add it up together, the circumference will be the same. Okay, that's why you get 11 and 11 over here. Now, after you're done with this will be very simple. Because if this plus this is 11, then we merely have to add 11 to 7 to 7 to 7 to find the perimeter of the shaded part. So the total perimeter will be what? So the total perimeter will be this 11 plus 3 sets of 7. So it's 11 plus 21, giving us 32 cm. This is actually how you get the answer. So our parents who are watching this, please tell your child, please teach your child about this. If you were to combine these two semicircles together, the circumference will be the same. Okay, if you don't believe, just try it out. That's why I tried out for you over here. I showed you both sides. See, 11, 11. Okay, and remind them for the perimeter, you have to add up all the sides together. Do not just find the circumference and then forget about the 7, 7, and 7. Okay, done.